Okay, hello guys, and welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm going to be looking at Elite Dangerous today. I thought it'd be good for newcomers to be able to take a look at how the user interfaces on the ships work and basic cockpit layouts. We're just going to spend a few minutes running through some of that. I'm currently flying a ship called a Lakon Type 6, which is basically a transport hauler. The ships all look very different, they all handle very differently, but the ins and outs of the cockpit and the user interfaces are all pretty much the same, or at least they have been up until now. So I thought it would be good just to run through some of the user interfaces and just see exactly what some of this stuff does. I think the first thing to look at is probably going to be the first user interface on the left hand side of the console. This is the navigation panel. You can see the first we've got three tabs that are actually active that we can look at. Let's take a look at navigation to start with. Right at the very top we've got the galaxy map. That's probably going to be a video in itself because that's quite involved, but that will basically allow you to look at all the systems in the galaxy and be able to plot your way through them galaxy by galaxy to find a specific location. Bringing it down, we can see the system we're in at the minute, which is the weird system. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. And you can see the list of everything that's in this system. So at the very top we've got Weird A, which is obviously the star in this system, or one of the stars. It's a binary system. And then you've got a planet that's orbiting this star. And then you've got the station, which you can just see in the shot, which is actually orbiting the planet Way. And then you've got other planets orbiting the star. You've got Lister, and you've got Verse, and it goes all the way down to the second star in the system. Then the other planets in the system, there's only one other that we can see at the minute. It then goes out to look at the systems that we can currently jump to with our current loadout. Obviously the jump range of your ship decreases as you increase the weight or the mass of the ship. You can see it as it stands, but currently my current setup, I can get as far as 10.9 or nearly 11 light years away to DP Draconis, which is basically a jump straight across to that system. Next tab along is the missions tab. Pretty self-explanatory. I haven't got any active missions at the minute, but if I did have, they would appear here, and it would just serve as a reminder to let me know what I'm supposed to be doing and how long I've got left, because a lot of the missions, if not all of them, have time limits. Next one along is contacts. At the minute, the only thing we've got on our contacts list is the space station that we can see in front of us. There aren't any other ships in the vicinity of my sensors. There are also two other tabs that you can't actually see at present. They are greyed out just to the right of contacts. They're sub-targets. What that will do is, if you have a ship targeted, that will become illuminated so you can actually select it. And what it will allow you to, if you want to attack that ship as a pirate, or if you just want to stop the ship from attacking you if you're defending yourself, you can target specific subsystems such as the cargo hatch or the shield generator, and allow your gimbaled weapons to focus just on those points. I'm not sure if that is fully in the game yet. I haven't really had a play with it. If it is, let me know. I'll probably have a play with it in one video. And then the other tab that you can see is cargo. That will basically have a cargo scanner fitted, and you scan a ship, or you scan for a ship's cargo. The cargo that the ship has will be listed in that tab. So that's really all there is to do with the first user interface, the navigation panel. So we come back round to look out the front window. You can see down in the bottom left of the screen now, we've got, it tells us where we are, that we're in the vicinity of the Vonneberg Cooperative Space Station. In the word system, it's word jurisdiction. It's a communist system, so it's not run by the Federation or the Empire or anything. It's actually run by itself, and its main business is agriculture. Moving along again, you can see I've got a planet in that. Just in some laser fire actually out the window. We keep an eye on that. Something's happening. Hopefully they don't come my way. It might be just the security services attacking a wanted. Yeah, it's the security vessels attacking some ships. those ships now seem to have vanished as quickly as they appeared. So you can just see as I targeted that station, the little window to the right hand side of where it's telling us where we are actually changed to the station, so we can now see the station, and there's another ship that's just undocked, so we could move if it was in range and target that. It's not letting us currently, that might be a little bit too far away perhaps. You can see just to moving into the centre, you can see the heat being generated, currently generating 39% heat. That's obviously good to know if you're a smuggler, because the more heat you generate, the easier you are, or the easier you will show up on the federal ships' radars. Obviously you don't really want to get your cargo scanned because they will attack you if you're carrying illegal goods, so it's good to know how much heat you're generating. It's also good for hiding. If you're under attack, you can run silent and drop that temperature right down to 0, which will serve to keep you hidden, well, at least from sensors. It doesn't hide you from visual range. You can still be spotted by the pilots visually. In the centre we've obviously got our sensors, which is showing everything that's currently visible to us. We can see the station. If I move up and down, you'll see that move as we go. It sort of moves above us. If I pitch up, it'll go down below us. To the right of that, we've got the speed indicator. I'm currently not moving, but if I throttle, you'll see the speed increase. That's currently being read in meters per second. And you see the heat as I'm accelerating, the heat's starting to increase as well. You can also go into reverse as well and fly backwards. Come to a complete stop. You can see we've got some more blips appearing on our sensors there now as well. They're flashing like that because they haven't actually confirmed what they are, friend, foe, if they're what type of ship they are, because they're still a little too far away. That one's just become targeted. So we've got another system authority vessel 7 kilometers away, just flying around the other side of the station. As you target a ship, you get to see its hull strength and its shields. You can see that's appeared on the left there now. So if you're attacking that, obviously you'd see those depleting if you were managing to destroy the ship slowly, which is very useful obviously. So if you look now just above where the where our speedometer is, for want of a better word, you can see we've got a little compass, little orange circle with the dots heading towards the centre. That basically points us in the right direction. So as I've got that ship targeted at the minute, which has just vanished, you can see that yellow square moving left and right and up and down as I move. So that basically helps us point our ship in the right direction, and that's the same for if you wanted to jump to another system. You'd use that to actually position yourself and point yourself at the system before you jumped. To the right of that we can see the ship I'm flying at the minute, the Lakon Type 6 with its shields, the blue rings around it. Obviously these as you're being attacked or if you hit stuff, these shields are gonna deplete. You can also see my hull currently at 100%. Again, that will you'll see that depleting. Got some more fire going on over there. Something else has just exploded. Hopefully that's a federal ship. Yep, it's another federal ship. So it's just probably attacking wanted players or NPC players. Looking to the right of my ship, you can see the systems that we've got on the ship. We've actually got systems, we've got engines, and we've got weapons, and you can balance your power across those three. So currently, as I've just pushed that button there, it's actually balanced the ship's power across those three systems. If we wanted to weigh the power towards the shields in the systems, you could do that. If you wanted to fly faster, you would increase power to your engines. And if you wanted to increase power to your weapons, you can also do that if you're attacking somebody or if you're under attack. So power management is quite important because it's absolutely vital in combat, knowing when to swap between engines, weapons, and systems. When we talk about the systems, it's actually that helps your shields recharge faster. So the more power you have weighed towards systems, your shields will recharge faster and be able to hold for longer. You can see fuel consumption as well, just to the right of the power distribution. So currently I've got about 1/3 of fuel left in my tank. You can also see when you lower your landing gear, you get a little blue light to indicate that, and you get the same thing with the cargo scoop as well.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Also tells us it's deployed. Mass locked is basically if you're too close to a planet or a station, it won't allow you to jump, and you get a little blue light to tell you if you're still mass locked. If you try to jump, it won't let you anyway. So that's basically everything across the centre of the ship's cockpit. We can now move over to the UI panel on the right hand side. So you can see status there, you can see my name, the ship I'm flying, my current credits, my kills, crime, and which I'm not a criminal with this character, and bounty. I have no bounty. I'll tend to try and pay those off if I get them. Modules, this basically is again, this is more power management. It allows you to basically turn systems on and off, which is handy for if you watch the heaters, and you can see the heat dropping as I turn these systems off. The heat will slowly start to drop. You can also adjust priorities of how you want these systems to shut down if you're under attack, or if you can no longer generate enough power. You can just see over to the left of the screen there my shield's starting to recharge because I just switched them off and on again. So keep that in mind. If you do switch your shield generator off again and then switch it back on, your shields will need to recharge. So to do that quickly, you would add power to your systems just like that, and that would allow your shields to charge faster. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff to play with there. Can get quite involved. Moving on to fire groups. Currently the only thing I have attached is a heatsink launcher, which basically will, if I just run the ship in silent mode, it will obviously heat up slowly, so you can fire heat sinks to dissipate that heat, to get that heat out of your ship. I haven't got any other weapons attached at the minute, but you could set fire groups here. You can have certain weapons firing at certain times and switch between different fire groups. You can have secondaries for missiles, for example, would normally be put on the secondary fire group, so you can assign different buttons for your primary and secondary weapons. Cargo, I don't think I have. Yeah, I haven't got any cargo in the ship at the minute while I'm doing the video, but yeah, if you had cargo in the ship, it would be displayed here. And then functions, moving along, is basically things like your landing gear, your cargo scoop, distress beacon, handy if you run out of fuel in the middle of space. You can switch your distress beacon on, and an NPC ship will come and refuel you for a premium, of course. Ship lights, flight assist, or basically you can toggle these on and off. Have a play with these. I haven't gone too deep into them. Self-destruct, obviously, not really going to use very often. Wouldn't have thought. So that's it. Yeah, that's everything. That pretty much covers everything that you need to know to really get started and know what these... Oh, there's actually one other thing which I'm not 100% sure about, so if anybody knows, maybe they could tell me. If you look just above... Hang on a sec, let me set this properly. If you look just above where our fuel is, you can see that orange line. Now, I've always assumed that was for comms traffic. So if you have an incoming message, which I don't think has been implemented into the game yet, if you have an incoming voice message, that waveform will move around to correspond to the incoming message. But I have heard recently that could be something to do with heat signatures. So if anybody knows for certain what that is, feel free to comment. So yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's everything covered. Obviously you've got info, top right of the screen you've got info. It tells you as contacts come in, as you lose contacts. It basically gives you information, as it would suggest. Someone else being destroyed ahead of us. And comms to the top left. Basically you can see all of the most recent messages that you've received. You can talk. You can send messages to various things. These are currently all NPC ships as far as I'm aware. And there's a group there that I'm with, and that is pretty much everything, I think. So like I say, the ships all handle differently, they all look different, but the layout in the cockpits up until now are all pretty much the same, or in fact they are exactly the same. So there you go. So if you think I've got anything wrong, please add a comment and tell me so. I'm by no means an expert. I'm only really learning the game myself. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope somebody finds it useful. Thanks very much for watching.